Right. Now in the last lecture we have seen that there is a database called MySQL and we are going to use SQL language to hit the queries and to get our desired values from the tables or from the database. Now to write these commands, to write these SQL queries, you need to have an editor, right? So if you have a proper editor, then you write your commands and hit that, so it will hit the database and it will give you the results. And also you need a server here, server in the sense where the database is located. So to create a database you need a server so that you can host your database on it. So in our case, as we are going with MySQL DBMS, we need MySQL server as well as MySQL editor to write our SQL queries. So we need these two. For this you can go ahead and hit this link. You will be navigate directly to that particular site, MySQL official site. So this is the one, download MySQL installer. So if you download MySQL installer from here, automatically you will get SQL server to actually create a database, and also the editor workbench we say to write the commands and to hit that database, whatever you needed to make work. So all related components you get as part of this package. So just hit this URL dev.mysql.com, which is an official site of MySQL database. In that, come down here, and if you work with 32-bit Windows you can download it from here, or if you work with 64-bit you can just go ahead and download. Okay, here it seems both are 32-bit, but that's okay, it works for both 32 and 64. Earlier it used to be 64 here, but whatever it is you can go ahead and download. So I would request you to download this one, second one, Windows x86 32-bit MSI installer. So it's a basically web community one. This is not the related one which we are looking for. Okay, this is the one which have all the components. So whatever it is, 32 or 64-bit, you just go ahead and download it from here. So once you download, one .msi file will be installed in your machine. You have to run it. When you run, it will go through some multiple processes, multiple steps to install everything in your machine. I'll now show you what are the screens you will just face when you need to download it. As I it's already have in my machine, I'm not downloading it again, but I'll just show you the screens whatever you face as part of this download process. Yeah, here we go. First, when you install it, after a few minutes of installation, you will be navigated to this page, the starting page, and you can just say connect to the internet so that it will download the related components for your machine. Okay, and once you are done with that, next page you will be launched on the setup type. Here there are different type of setups which you need to choose. Okay, so better you go with install all products needed for MySQL development purpose. So here you might not be need everything, but I would suggest you to go with the developer default so that what all components you require to work comfortably will be downloaded. Okay, and also you can set the installation path here. By default in most of the cases it will store in C program files. Let it be the same, you don't change anything here. Of course you can change if you need it, but it's recommended to have it in program files so that it will handle all .dll files also. If it is default given in program files, let it be. Just select developer default, which install all the products, and click on next, and then you will be asked to check requirements to check whether these softwares are installed in your machine. If it is not, step by step it will install. You need not worry about it. So all these requirements, if anything is missing, it will install and proceed. I guess by default it will not be installed anything in your machine unless you work for Microsoft products. So all these will be installed step by step. It will take some time, it might be taking more than 10 minutes as well if nothing is installed in your machine. So all will be installed after clicking on the next. Yeah, here. So after clicking on next, everything step by step will start installing in your machine. So in the before screen it asks to check whether all these are installed or not. Just click on next. However, in this page if it is say that is not installed, so it will keep on installing. You need not do anything. just stay in a page, and execute button here will not get enabled until unless all these are installed. So they will be installing and it will take more than 15 minutes as well sometime, but finally everything will get done and execute button will enable. So once it is done, you can just click on it to proceed to the next page. Yeah, so once you are done with that, here is an interesting page which you will be navigated. So to connect to that MySQL server, as I told you, right, there is we need to download MySQL server and we can host our database there. So we are downloading that now. So once you download that server, to connect to that server you need credentials. You cannot connect it directly. Okay, so that credentials you have to pass it here. By default, username will be root. You can see root account password. Username is root. Password you need to write it here. And tomorrow, whenever you want to work with your database, first you need to connect to this server by giving credentials, username, root and password, whatever you mention here. So please remember whatever you are entering here. And tomorrow, whenever you write any query by opening a window, first you have to connect to the MySQL server, which you can connect only by providing credentials. So the password here you have to provide it there. So that's the reason. Please be cautious in providing password, because you have to remember this forever if you want to work with these queries. Fine. So give that password and click on next. Here it may ask you to set for local port 3306, and before this screen you just click on next. You don't worry about anything, but whenever it asks for some input, just provide proper input here and enter the password. And once you go on to the next page, finally it says that configuration is done and all the installations, all the prerequisite requirements are successfully downloaded, and now MySQL is completely ready in your machine. Now you can go ahead and start your MySQL editor to start talking to your database. Now let's see how can we connect to it in our next lecture. So once you are seeing this window, that means the MySQL installation is successfully done in your machine. So let's start opening it and we'll hit our queries and with our new concepts. Okay, thank you.